It's a cool October morning. You're sitting outside at a swanky Parisian cafe, feeling like a character in a Bond film with a brand new Rolex GMT Master 2 on the wrist. As a server drops off your third cappuccino, it spills all over your shirt. They excuse themselves to get more napkins, and you look down only to realize your precious watch is gone. And so is the server. You have just become yet another victim of the worldwide phenomenon of targeted watch gangs, a criminal enterprise worth an estimated $1.9 billion in 2024. In this video, we'll discuss this alarming trend and provide tips for how to travel with a luxury watch. Watches of Espionage is curated by a former CIA case officer with a passion for timepieces. On the WOE YouTube channel, we explore the myths and realities of the intersection of watches and the military, intelligence, and national security. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be informed when we release new videos. Over the past few years, stories like this have become all too common. Almost daily, watches from Rolex, Richard Mille, and Patek Philippe are stolen, sometimes violently, from the wrist of a tourist or businessman. But it wasn't always this way. For decades, hard men traveled to hard places with luxury timepieces on their wrists. Saddle up to an expat bar in Nairobi, Mexico City, or Bangkok, and you'd be sure to see NGO workers, mercenaries, diplomats, and spies wearing a Rolex Submariner or a Breitling Emergency. Many of these timepieces were developed with this exact customer segment in mind. However, a new normal has emerged. Soaring secondary market prices combined with a general increase in interest and awareness has led to an uptick in both petty and more sophisticated crime, specifically targeting watches. Prominent law enforcement organizations have even issued statements warning citizens to refrain from wearing luxury watches in public. But are they right? Before delving into some best practices for traveling with luxury watches, let's take a closer look at some of the specific instances and statistics detailing the state of watch theft in 2024. London is the epicenter for targeted watch theft, with an estimated $9 million worth of Rolex and other luxury brand watches having been stolen in the second half of 2023. London is not alone, and similar rises in watch theft have affected Manchester, Paris, Barcelona, and Rome, as well as New York City, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Chicago in the US. Wherever they occur, the methodology behind these watch thefts is typically similar and more sophisticated than it seems. In many cases, a criminal spotter locates a desirable watch on someone's wrist and then informs an awaiting team of two perpetrators who are often riding a scooter or motorcycle, the perfect getaway vehicle. The scooter rolls up, the passenger thief hops off, takes the watch from the unsuspecting tourist or business person, and jumps back onto the awaiting moped, with the spotter from before often working to disrupt or slow the victim if they give chase. For the average person, no matter how hard you go at your weekly jiu-jitsu class at the Y, the element of surprise makes this method extremely difficult to counter. London police are combating these robberies with undercover officers acting intoxicated while wearing fake Rolex watches. But these apprehensions are a drop in a very deep bucket. Whether we like it or not, crime has adapted. While petty crime has increased globally due to the rise in wealth inequality, sophisticated criminal gangs have evolved, some of them oriented specifically around watches as a mission set. The Rolex Rippers in London, the Rolex Gang in Johannesburg, and unnamed syndicates in large metropolitan cities in the United States and Europe are now a fact of life. These groups are on a spectrum in terms of sophistication and savviness, with the higher echelon targeting not only certain brands like Rolex, Audemars Piguet, and Richard Mille, but even specific references with a higher return on investment. They operate as an organized business, even reportedly taking orders and sourcing watches to feed into an underground network to launder the watches back into circulation. If you're a fan of wearing luxury watches, there is an undeniable threat. So what can we do about it? Some watch collectors and so-called influencers advocate for leaving watches at home during that next vacation or business trip, illustrating a growing trend or groupthink. At Watches of Espionage, we are strong believers that watches should be enjoyed and used for their intended purpose. not left at home in a safe. Use your tools is our ethos, and we practice what we preach. However, given the emerging threat of theft, we must examine how to mitigate but not eliminate risk while using the tools that we love. The days of wearing a Rolex Submariner and packing it in your carry-on in a watch roll, also housing your Patek Philippe and JLC, may be over, but that doesn't mean you can't travel with a watch. As a watch enthusiast, you have three real options. You can stick your head in the sand and hope for the best. Lock all your watches in a safe and only take them out on special occasions. Or you can make informed decisions on when, where, and how to wear specific timepieces. There is no one-size-fits-all approach. Blanket oversimplified statements such as "never wear a Rolex in London" or "always wear a G-Shock when traveling" are not helpful. At CIA, the answer to every question is, "It depends," and that vague but meaningful phrase applies here. Like any tool, you must match the right tool to the job, depending on outside factors, and make an informed risk assessment. When deciding whether to risk your treasured Submariner, consider the following. Destination. When it comes to watch theft, there is a huge difference between traveling to London and Tokyo, where most luxury watch robberies target retailers. There are numerous articles detailing watch theft statistics in specific locations around the world. Do your research. In general, tourist areas may cause a larger threat than rural or semi-rural areas, but even this is an oversimplification. Regardless, you must first have a general understanding of the threat landscape of your destination. Lodging. An Airbnb in a low-crime residential area is different from a 3- or 5-star hotel in a major city's tourist center. A security-conscious friend's home with a safe is also different. In 2021, a man's $24,000 Rolex was stolen from his wrist after he dozed off in a hotel lobby in Washington, D.C. Activity. What will you be doing once you arrive at your destination? Are you walking around tourist attractions, sitting on a public beach, or stuck in a conference room at a corporate headquarters? Part of any solid risk mitigation strategy is understanding your risk exposure. Beyond those overarching guidelines, here are a few tips informed by our experience in the world of intelligence and as a world-traveling watch collector. Affordables. What affordable means will vary, but have some relatively less expensive watches in your collection that are perishable, meaning you would not be heartbroken if they were lost or stolen. Wear these watches when you determine your risk to be high. Insure and document your collection. This should be obvious, but make sure insurance will cover replacement at fair market value. Take pictures of your watches and document the serial numbers to report to authorities if stolen. Practice situational awareness. Be aware of your surroundings and how you may be perceived. If you're wearing a Nautilus and a Gucci tracksuit and totally engrossed in your phone, you're an easy target. Consider a one-watch approach. The more watches you bring with you, the greater your risk. But if you do decide to bring 2 or more watches, at least one of them should be easily replaceable. Storage options. If you must carry more than one watch, where are the others while you're at your destination? There may be times when the hotel safe is a better option than your briefcase or backpack, but a hotel safe should not be considered secure storage. In 2021, a pair of ladies of the night cracked a hotel safe in South Florida, making off with a man's $50,000 Rolex. Be mindful of what you are wearing. A simple jacket or long-sleeve shirt in a tourist area could be enough to limit your profile. If the thieves don't know which watch you're wearing, they may move on to the next target. Flex factor. Even a steel Seiko may stick out more to the petty pickpocket than a PVD Black Bay on a NATO strap, even though the Black Bay is more valuable than the Seiko. Consider how your watch is perceived by potential bad actors. Social media. This is a big one. Thieves have the same access to Instagram as we do, meaning they can search by location, look for that perfect wrist shot by the Trevi Fountain, and come looking for you and your Rolex. Never post your location in real time and think about whether the Instagram flex is worth exposing yourself to the criminal element. Finally, and this goes for men and women, If you are a 6 wearing a Richard Mille and are approached by a 10 at the hotel bar, be skeptical. Taking strangers to your hotel room might not be the best idea with $500,000 on your wrist. Recently in Las Vegas, a man was relieved of over 100 grand worth of luxury watches after inviting a couple of nice young women he met at the hotel bar up to his room. Common sense goes a long way. Lastly, it is important to note that this applies to domestic travel as well. That dinner date in Atlanta may pose a higher risk than a 2-week trip to Amman, Dubai, or Tehran. While criminal watch gangs pose an undeniable risk, with a certain amount of forethought and some common sense, it's possible to enjoy your watches around the world. Don't be a soft target, and always use your tools. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, drop a comment, and hit the bell icon to be informed when we release new videos. For even more, check out our website, watchesofespionage.com, for more content, as well as our collection of watch straps and other purpose-built tools designed for our community. Until next time, happy hunting.